2 and we're off. I had to apply some tactics to get the bike in the hotel last night, which involved agreeing to leave it downstairs and then waiting till the guy went off for a pee and then rushing into the lift. Got away with it, but they might give me a bit of stick on the way out, we'll see. Come on. Choyo, she says. Oh my god, never seen anything like it. Yeah, they're giving me a bit of shit, but too late, girl. I'm out of here. Day 2 to Songha. Not a long day, 100k, but 3,000 meters of climbing. I haven't left at the crack of dawn, so I don't want to get there super early. It's about 7:20 now. I've had a meager first breakfast of a banh mi and 2 coffees. We're going to see if we can find a second breakfast, because there may not be another town for some way. Come on, come on, come on, come on! Back in the same place I had my lunch yesterday. I'm not actually that hungry, but you know my rule, eat when you can, not when you want, and we may not be able to eat for a while. So a bowl of pho, indeterminate meat floating in it, a bit of salad, noodles, that'll do. That's a few hundred calories. We'll get that down us and then we're headed that way. Not a bad bowl of pho, to be honest. Top tip for cycle tourists, drink all your broth. Yeah, there's a few more calories in it, but it's salty. And we're going to need salt today. 3,000 meters of climbing in the sun. It's going to be a sweaty one. First, we have to backtrack a few kilometers to where we hit this road yesterday, and then we start to head south. Tik Kai dog meat, and you can see it's dog meat because there's a happy looking dog on the poster. Back to the junction where we appeared from the right, north, yesterday. Today we go this way. New ground. Stiff climb up to the dam wall, quite impressive. And then a little bit more climbing following the reservoir. Let's have a look. Woo. Landslide work going on. Big rains in this area in the rainy season, big flooding, but now it's dry out. I may have used this analogy before. If I have, forgive me, but I like it. Bicycle touring is a little bit like a fantasy novel. Just like the Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. The faithful companions spend a few nights out in the middle of nowhere, eating poorly and sleeping under wet cloaks, maybe being attacked by the Nazgul at Weathertop, and then after a few days privation they make it to Rivendell, where it's big, soft, white, fluffy beds, good food and ale, and hey you. Bike touring's a bit like that. A couple of nights in a really ship, we head down eating bones and rice, which is what I had last night, although the hotel was nice. And then in a couple of days we'll make it to Mang Den, which is apparently the Rivendell of central Vietnam. you've got 3,000 meters of ascent in less than 100k, which is what we have, there's really no flat. It'll be up and down all day. So slow going, but I think we'll get to Songha mid-afternoon again, so that should be good. I think it's a smaller town, so possibly even worse food, but I see there's a couple of cheap hotel options there, so we should be fine. Ooh, bit of the rough stuff, very rough stuff. Take it easy. These are apparently 35mm tyres on this bike, although you'd never believe it. The rims must be super narrow because it looks like a 28 or a 30 to me, but 35 it is. That's just a short section around this construction works. And back onto the asphalt. Wang Nai. TSD, Truong Son Dong, we're going right. One metric you can use to see how popular these roads are is just to check Strava, the main cycling website, and I can see on a certain part of the road how many people have ever ridden it, how many people have ridden it this year, and I can see, fantastic view, that only 13 people on Strava have ever used it, and this year I'm the only one, and we're a quarter of the way through the year. You know, that's obviously not all cyclists, especially tourists that don't necessarily use Strava, but by comparison, I checked up in the north, Mapi Leng on the Hazang, over 400 people have done that, so gives you an idea. Okay, a little bit of a downhill now, and then back up into one of today's bigger climbs now. It was about 8k in length, with 5 to go, 500 meters of ascent to go, so 10% to the top. It's nice out. When you're on the flat or descending, there's a little breeze and it's pleasant. When you're climbing, whoo, so hot, sweaty. Got one bottle of water left. Got to hope there's a tap hua, a little shop at the top of this climb or the following descent. I'm sure there will be something. Right, into the grind. I just went into someone's house thinking it was a shop. I mean, it's not always easy to tell with countryside shops, they can be sparsely stocked, but it wasn't, it was a private house. But I asked him for water and he gave me 2 bottles worth of tea, which was fantastic. I drank one, filled my bottle up with the other. So, little pause and then we get back into the climbing. Now I've got 2 bottles of fluid. Happy again. Right, cows? Nice little waterfall, followed by what looks like a water buffalo eating a blanket, which can't be a good thing. You leave that alone. Go on, it's not good for you. Eating blankets. A couple of young ones. Go on. It's my good act for the day. Yeah, you leave that blanket alone now. Up and up and up. I thought from a distance these trees had lovely orange flowers, but when you get closer you realise like the new leaf growth is sort of red, but they're covering the hillside here. I'm not sure I've seen them before. We're almost 1,000 metres up now, so very different flora and fauna, and a bit cooler up here as well despite the climbing. Anyway, I think we're at the highest point for now, going through this little rock gorge. Still hoping we might get to a shop, but the tea man saved my bacon, or I think I'd be out of water right now. And we're coming into a little town, community. Looks big enough that it should have a little shop or something. Refill the bottles. I say that, and no sooner have we entered than we're leaving. Ooh, is that a shop? No, that's somebody's house. Is that a shop? That's somebody's house. Okay, no shop. Maybe there is a shop. Looks pretty basic. Xin chào. Tulan? Okay, come on. Very basic, but we got a green tea, sweet green tea, sort of cold. Bottle of water. Cheerful lady. Brightly coloured. So a quick pause and then we'll press on. A very poorly stocked village shop, but you take what you can get. I got 2 cold drinks, 2 choco pies, and a small pack of cookies. So that'll keep me going for a few K. I knew this stretch was a bit desolate. Well, desolate, you know, devoid of population, habitation, shall we say. But we should get into a town at some point, and then we'll try and get some proper lunch. But I've got 2 full water bottles now, a belly full of fluids, so we're doing fine. Be building a new bridge. You can hear kids shouting, playing in the river. Don't blame them. It's roasty toasty out. Another little village, only got a cold drink, filled up my water bottle, but no restaurants. So we'll press on. Something will appear. More climbing though. Hello. Is that a restaurant? No, I don't think it is. It's a bike shop. Oh, that might be a restaurant. Oh, a small coffee. Well, let's go and ask. Come? Don't right? No. Okay. Got the shaky wrist. The shaky wrist. This means no in Viet. First time I saw it, I was like, is that yes? No? Maybe? No, it's no. When you get that, that means no food, no cơm. So we'll press on. We have got only 40k to go, another 1,000 meters of climbing, so it'll take me, yeah, a good couple of hours. But I'll survive. I've got 2 emergency bars in my bag, and I have got 2 bottles of water, so we'll be alright. Finally found some food. Noodly soup, of course. In Vietnam it's always noodly soup when you're out in the sticks. In Thailand it's more khao pad kai, like fried chicken rice is the standard fare. Anyway, that'll keep me going now. Not long till destination, maybe an hour and a half or so. A couple of big climbs to come though. Over the bridge into the penultimate climb. Few kilometers long, quite steep, hot, but not far to go now. Maybe 25k, mostly uphill. And we've turned off the Truong Son Dong. We're going in the Truong Son Dong direction, but I need to cut a little bit more towards the coast today and tomorrow, and then come back in so we can get the big pass, the Deo Vio Lac. So I want to do that climb. And then we'll come back in, hit the Truong Son Dong and head for Mang Den tomorrow. But today, Song Ha. Yeah, we're definitely off the main road now, onto a very skinny motorbike trail. Gotta hope it stays as good as this. Certainly keeps on going uphill. Ooh, that's a steep one. That's where we're headed. Crickets, geckos. Up in the palms. Ooh, and a red silk tree. Bombax sabre, my favourite. Son Ha. Okay. Son Ha. 14. Not far to go, boys. And into Son Ha over this funky bridge. Little town on the river, very nice. Into town, check out the, well, hotel's probably a strong word, guest house options. I saw the first one, a little bit grim. We'll try the second one. I don't think we're going to find anything nice like last night, though. Okay, second place I looked at. Not lovely. She tried to stick me on the third floor. No good, because then I got to fight to get the bike up, and they were quite steep stairs. But it turns out, after a lot of discussion, there is a room on the ground floor. So they're cleaning it hurriedly. And this will be mine, and then I can get my bike in. Win-win. Okay, that will be in there in a few minutes. I'll just wait for them to go away. Huge room, 2 beds. See how soft it is? Ooh. Well, that's actually not too bad for Vietnam. They can be tough. We got AC, we got a fan. It's not hot here, so that's it. 250 for the night. That's like £5 or something. Pretty cheap. And that's it. Day 2 over. Tomorrow over the Deo Viola.